Okay, I was just I tried to upload my video and stuff like this, and I wrote a little bit on my blog about that I uploaded the video. But okay, yeah, I don't wish the lines and stuff. Okay, yeah. Okay, a lot of times I do that in my videos. I look at my face and I try to do some kind of something where I can give some visual of some of the changes with my face. Some of them are some of the changes seem really drastic or quick, or I don't know, just really weird at some points. They have, as my experience has been to this point. Stuff is a little more calmed down now. There is one thing that was newer. It was like a dark look to this part of my face. The oily look I have noticed at other times, but I don't really know really if I it looks like it's there some other times too in some of the pictures. But something trying to say something to me right now? No, but someone is saying if you do another video, I won't be okay, but I would wish you to talk more about but talk more about people being on the same side. Okay. One of the parts or things about my new perspective, one thing I can explain about it or something that I tell myself sometimes when I might feel upset about something, or if the thing seems like it's pressing something, I say, no, I wouldn't be doing that because really there is some peace I get from this, and this is what I wish, but it is something that is true apart from just me wishing it, but there is supposed to be some correlation between the things that you wish being things that you wish and then things that are actually what is true. There's supposed to be some correlation between that you do wish things that are things possible to be and things that are true. But one of those things is that people are really on the same side. I'm experiencing some weird thing happening with my thoughts. I am doing that, but I have to stop doing it. Okay, yeah. Okay, so people really are on the same side. It looks like it's not so apparent here, but there is some, there is some things that show that it is this, even though people are in things like rooting for different sports teams. That's not really real. People are in different political parties. Something with the political parties about what they really are is not fully revealed what they are, but people can seem like they're not on the same side here for things like that, but really they are on the same side in that they do not wish people to get hurt and stuff like this. There can be some things happening where that is not so easily apparent as what everybody thinks. There can be some things that happen like that. Ultimately, we wish people to be okay. We don't really wish people to be hurt. We don't wish things to come to this point where it seems like now there is, for example, people don't really wish war. We don't wish things to come to this. Me, I am that. I am really that, and I was saying at a point that maybe people should go to war to resolve that stuff is not here in a way that everyone can be okay. Okay, I've said that before. Something like this, I've said maybe they should go to war, but I do not really wish things to come to this. I do not really wish this as a way to resolve a situation. So I did ask this, I asked at a point, why didn't people in the civil rights era declare war or try to go to war? I don't wish to keep doing that where I'm putting the little phone differently and part of my face is out of the frame of the thing. Not that this is much of a video showing much else, showing so much to show my face, but this is something I do. I can do, a recording, I guess, but not really. I don't really know how to upload that. There was supposed to be a way I could do that on Tumblr, but I don't really see how to do that. But one thing I am saying is that people would be all on the same side. And then I was talking a minute ago, or just a second ago, I said, what about in the civil rights movement? I did wonder, why aren't they declaring war? They can't. You can't really. This was something with Martin Luther King Jr. talking about people really. He said something like only light can get rid of darkness. More darkness cannot get rid of darkness. You can use this as something that kind of tells about why they're not going to war. Really, it's supposed to be true that people would be together. Really, it's supposed to be true that people would support for other people to have things in a way where they feel like they're not being treated unfairly and stuff like this. Really, the people are on the same side. You can just say this is probably what's happening then, is that this is really the realization of that time period in the 60s, is that that the people really are on the same side, and something is weird happening where they seem that they are not. Things are not as clear cut as then. Right now, it's not as clear cut that there's a discrepancy about things to change, because it's not really out that things are so challenged here to be how they are here, like how I'm talking about in the videos. It's not really out that things are really challenged here to be like this. I've challenged things about, I'm saying that it's not really real here as what it seems on the surface. Meaning I'm saying that it's not really real that people are present in their forms and stuff like this. So that's not something that is really supposed to be something questionable. People present in their forms is not supposed to be possible. This is something possible to exist, that people wouldn't be present in their form. Okay, this is some part of my experience, is that I experience that people are not really who is the people on the surface they occur to be. They're really, there's some kind of spell or something that accounts for them to be something here. I had a spray of something, but some spit or whatever. But I don't really wish that. But anyway, but people are not really how they are on the surface. This is not really who the people really are. They would be further not able to go along with how things are here. It is difficult. Science and math is really difficult for actual person. It is something that is not really, it's really magic that accounts for the equations to work out and things to really work. It's not really math and science that makes, or engineering and stuff like this. It's really magic that makes things work. Uh-oh, something in my tooth. Okay. But anyway, it's not really another aptitude to really be working things and coming up with things for how things work. It's really magic that does it. There's a theory that it's really ruled by, that things here are really ruled by the Illuminati. This is one other layer or level of reality trying to account for what is happening here. In a way, you can say that things are more real here is what they seem at face value, but it would start to be not real because it not to be considered real. But it's some theory saying that there is magic used to control the stuff, but that it's hidden. The magic is hidden. And so there is something with Illuminati, some level of theory about Illuminati, and really things being ruled by magic, but really being said to be science and stuff like this. There is some kind of layer of this. But really, people are all on the same side. They don't wish people to be hurt. They don't wish things to come to violence. They don't wish poverty. They don't wish things to really be like how they are here. This is some layer of this does show up here, but really another layer is that the people are not really present in their forms as who is able to express this here, that they do not wish things to be like this here. Who they are here on the surface here, they are driven of something that they go along with this. This is something they are able to understand and participate in a way that is not really possible for a person to really participate in. Is really what I'm saying. But the surface level reality, they are participating. I'm feeling all kinds of bad to be telling about this stuff here. I don't know what is happening. You have to say that the people are real and as they appear, but they do not really wish this, and then you will have this. Okay, so I am actually saying that this would be something I can say already. I feel like I'm already saying that. You probably are saying this. People do not really wish things to be like this, where there is poverty, homelessness, forced labor, where people have to do something or somehow get some income in order to be able to have a place to live. Labor is the way you can have more supposed ease, is if you work a job and you make a good amount of money, then you can have stuff be okay. They don't want that. Yeah, that's something here with how things are. I am having some trouble with my thoughts as I'm talking here. I am supposed to be on a medicine that helps with my thoughts, but I think it's probably supposed to make them something other than they are, possibly, which I don't think it is really real here, meaning I don't think that people would really make this, and this is something that is happening here. Is it has to be more apparent that people don't really make this, as it seems they are participating to make it. They are not really scientists or medicine field workers, medical workers, they are not really this. They are not other things. They are not really construction workers. No, they are not really doing the construction in a way they could be possible to be, who they really occur to be on the surface. They cannot really be it. It's really magic that does that. Okay, so I've done another video. This is 10 minutes once more, but I feel like I just was trying to tell about this. Really, the truth is that people would not be able to be apart. They really are indivisible. As the Pledge of Allegiance says that this country is, that people really are indivisible. They would have to have the same feelings and the same ideas, more so than it seems on the surface here that they do. Like here, some people are supposed to believe in dinosaurs and other people say that the dinosaurs aren't real. Really, it's not true. So true that there were dinosaurs, and so people would all be on that side. Is really the real side. People would boil down to, their opinion would boil down to that this is really what happened, is that there isn't really real, that there was dinosaurs. The scientific explanations of the things are things that are explanations that are not really true. So people would really think that there was not dinosaurs. What else? They would think that it was some kind of probably active creationism that made the world this way, not something that's coincidental, like the Big Bang Theory or something like science would talk about that. Really, people would think that it was some kind of intentional making of things somehow. It could be unconscious, but it was not really so meant to be this way, or something like a real entity that would have made it this way and be something natural. It would not be so natural because it is not really a person's choice for things to be this way. So this is a little bit altered of creationism, but there is not so that this is so something natural that makes things this way. So this is a little bit weird. It's not really either of those theories, and I'm having some trouble describing that. I would have to think about that some more and think about how to tell you, but how to tell this here on a video. But the stuff told about how it is here is not really this. But dinosaurs aren't real. That would be one thing. Another thing is there is some kind of spell that makes things like it here. It is some kind of deliberate spell, but it is unconscious, meaning that people don't really consciously choose for things to be this way. Okay. Okay, so that's another video. I'm just trying to talk about a little bit more about my new outlook on things. And it is an outlook where I do not wish to villainize things, and I am trying not to villainize things. I'm being more positive. Really, people would be the same in that they do not really wish it here. People would be on the same side and things like that. They do not wish poverty. They do not wish homelessness. They do not wish forced labor. They do not wish aging. They do not wish ailments. They do not really wish medicine, the medical field. They wouldn't really wish the medical field for how to deal with the things, because the only thing to do with ailments is try to make sure they don't ever occur. This is not exactly what, in my view, is the medical field. It is dealing with the things as if they are something to be, but it's supposed to be because you cannot help but for them to be. But this is not really what I think is really the case. I feel like it is something to get rid of, because it is that those things are actually made up by this reality, and people not being present here and not being consciously who is making this reality. Okay, all right, my upper lip looks really long. It looks really bad. Okay, but okay, and this area here looks really long. Okay, well, I think I'm going to end the video now again, but I was just trying to tell a bit more about my changed view and changed outlook, where I am saying that I'm trying not to villainize things anymore, and I do have a new outlook. I am taking a medicine. I don't really think that what I'm experiencing is really mental illness. I feel like I don't feel like the medical framings of things is real. I don't believe in mental illness. and stuff like this, I feel like it's not really what is happening. My hair is something weird. I was gonna possibly cut my hair, but I just changed my subject. But let me get back to what I was saying, which I don't really believe that things are real diseases and stuff like this. Take mental illness is one. I don't feel like it is really real. Is what is a mental illness? It is something where someone is supposed to be less than for being how a person would actually be in action or in response to or in relation to this environment. They would be having it so that they're not supposed to think something other than the popular things to think, and the things that are supposed to be the truth here, which is that medicine is the best that people could come up with in order to deal with the situation. It is not really the best thing that people can do. The best thing they can do is to be present as an actual person and stuff like this, and view the things and be all on the same side and really be in the position that people are in, to be from point A to point B, which is point B is what they would do to get rid of the stuff is something other than this. They would get to that better if they were present in their form and things like this. So the best thing for the ailments that they are, to remedy the ailments, is for people to be present in their form and everybody to be thinking the same things about the ailments, which is that they are really something that is just not wished. That's really all it is. It is something that is made up by a spell, but the spell should be broken if people were present here and or something. I don't know. I think that thing is trying to make my thoughts feel confused. But the stuff just is not really what it is here on the surface. It is something made up. It is magic that is producing the stuff. Magic, some magic does produce that I'm supposed to, is behind my experience. Stuff being out of place is from magic. Then something tormenting me is from magic. But, okay. There's some more stuff too. I don't wish to have any kinds of problems with my health or anything like that. Hopefully I'm not. Okay. All right. Well. Okay. Yeah. I was looking at the thing. I hope I wasn't covering up where possibly the sound goes in where my voice is recorded. Okay. All right. Well, this is 17 minutes. It's a long video. I think I'm going to go ahead and cut it short and upload it. But I was, once more, I'm going over it again. I was just trying to tell some parts of my outlook. But I do feel a little confused as I'm talking about medicine now. I think something is messing with my thoughts some. I don't think that's a psychotic thought or a psychosis or whatever the word is for it. I feel like that is, I'm just telling you about my experience. I think something is doing that. But something is causing some of the stuff happening with me right now. Something is causing that. It's something somewhere out of place or something. It's having some trouble to try to continue on or something. I don't know. But so this is me. I'm going to go ahead and sign off. I was just trying to tell some more about my changed outlook, my changed view. I could talk about it quite some more. I am having some confused, some experience of feeling confusion as I'm telling about what is really the case with like medicine and stuff like this. And also the dinosaurs, I would say they're not real. I would say something that's made up to try and make it more about, it's a history that's supposed to account for that people are not so central in ruling and are not so important. They're kind of pushed around by a rule other than they have control of. It's a God that is something other than themselves, a God or a force of nature or energy or something that is something other than themselves and chooses things that they would not choose, and they are at the mercy of it. This is something with dinosaurs to say that things are not on the same side and stuff like this. Okay, I'm going to finally sign off, and I could talk all day. I could probably try to organize my thoughts. I wouldn't do okay with that. Okay, so that's it. And it's not the best video, but I'm trying. So this is it. This is about 19 minutes here.